Welcome to Rensselaer Field in East Hartford, home to the UConn Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So James Madison's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught near the sideline, it's Ellis. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Beautiful job by the wide receiver because he knew where the first down sticks were, and he adjusted his route accordingly.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Huskies offense will go to work for the first time. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Going to swing it on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Carney. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They kick it away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UConn going back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. With the catch, it's Reynolds. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Baker. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz come.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Might as well give it to him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. nestled just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wants to throw. It's Baker. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
To the air, it's Baker. Bringing the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That's caught. It's Flowers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
Punt is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. And the Dukes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Collins. Pushed down for the tackle.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. From the gun. Give on the inside. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. The Dukes line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, 3rd down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Now on 1st down from the 40. Back to throw, it's Baker. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on. Ball, it'll be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. And you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And the Dukes will line up to punt it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. UConn going back to work on offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in. It's Reynolds. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Makes the catch. It's Reynolds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great mood.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Flowers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To the air on second down. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
He'll keep it on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The screen, and watch out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Pulls it in. It's Allen. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The spin, still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looking for a big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Dukes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the returner will be brought down. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They're dealing with a second and long. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On the ground, it's Flowers. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Grabs it in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And this one is perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Dukes will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UConn going back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Harper. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. UConn will have to punt it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Here's a heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Dukes will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The UConn offense goes back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Makes the catch. It's Reynolds.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches, finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hasn't been on the same page. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a crease. It's Flowers. Jumped on top of the pile.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Porter. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds a man on the left. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Quarterback keeps it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Punt is in the air. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Carney. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Gets it to him on the screen. Powers through the defender. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. And the Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets the back moving. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Got it in the middle, it's Porter. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He'll do it himself. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Carney. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. To the air on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Rushes on him. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Dukes racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Snagged in the middle. It's Allen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He's loose at the 15. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Yeah, everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.